On tonight's North Fulton Prep Rally, spring break is over and Region 6 soccer is back in full swing. The Northview Titans are trying to play catch-up to Centennial. The Centennial Lady Knights have a tough route against Peachtree Ridge, and the Centennial boys look to continue their dominance in 5A action, and we look ahead at this week's upcoming matchups. We're breaking down all things soccer on this edition of North Fulton Prep Rally, and it starts right now.
Comcast presents your source for North Fulton High School sports. This is North Fulton Prep Rally.
Hello and welcome to North Fulton Prep Rally, your sports program featuring the very best North Fulton High School action. I'm Kirk Rogers and I'm joined by Wade Smith. You can catch us here year-round on Comcast Channel 25, weeknights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Wade, while most students were enjoying their spring break last week, a few soccer teams got some work in as we get to the keys to the weekend. First off, the Knights non-region win.
That's right, Centennial boys defeat Peachtree Ridge 2-1, but really the game wasn't that close. 7th straight game without a loss for the Knights.
The Titans struggle on offense.
Struggle they did. Northview boys lose to Mill Creek 4-1, and then another game they lose to Norcross 3-0, ending a 2-game winning streak.
The Lady Knights fall in penalty kicks.
Centennial girls lose versus Peachtree Ridge in the shootout. Neither team able to score in regulation or the overtime periods.
All right, let's get to the highlights. And the Northview boys faced a very stiff challenge this past week as they welcomed the number 4 ranked Mill Creek Hawks to Johns Creek for a non-region battle. Titans with an early opportunity. Peyton Erickson centers it for Alex Rittoloni, but his chip shot goes just wide and out of play. Next, Mill Creek with a chance off the throw-in from Ben O'Toole. Northview is unable to clear it, and Peyton Sutton heads it into the back of the net for the first tally of the game. Hawks up 1-0.
Northview looking for the equalizer. Erickson charging hard down the right side, fires a shot, but it sails just over the crossbar and out of play.
24th minute, Mill Creek on the attack. TJ Hopness with a pass to Brandon O'Toole. Anthony Kim makes a brilliant save, but O'Toole gathers the rebound and puts his second effort in the goal to put the Hawks up 2-0. Northview now with a free kick. Rodoloni sends it into the box. Chris On heads a shot and a goal, but Stephen Orovave is there for the save.
Titans will break through in the 33rd minute. Rodoloni passes. Brandon Dean takes a shot, deflected, rolls past the keeper to cut the lead 2-1 at the break.
Second half, Mill Creek trying to extend the lead. Nick Moonteen uncorks a dipping shot that goes just wide of the target. 42nd minute, Hawks on the rush. Tyler Moody shoots from close range. Kim makes another tough save, but Moody is there to deposit the rebound into the back of the net to give Mill Creek a 3-1 advantage.
Northview with a chance off the corner kick. Ryan Hederi sends the ball in. Chris On gets a head on it, but Ryan Spittler keeps the ball out, and the Titans can't capitalize on the opportunity.
Nick Montine looking to put this one away. His shot beats the keeper, but Jonathan Klein slides in to clear the ball and save the definite goal. But Montine would break through in the final couple of minutes, heading the ball in for himself and putting the shot on target. And Mill Creek wins on the road 4-1 over Northview. All right, so our first question, is there any cause for concern by the lack of goals scored by the Titans this weekend?
Not at all. They faced a very good team in Mill Creek. They had opportunities to score, but they just could not put the ball in the back of the net. That puts them in 4th place with 2 games to go in the region.
All right, back to the highlights, and the Centennial Lady Knights are getting ready for their push towards the playoffs. And they would get a good non-region test from the playoff hopeful Peachtree Ridge. Early on in the first half, Centennial is winning the possession game, but can't seem to get any of their shots to go in. Senior standout Jordan Morrell leads the attack and has many opportunities to get the Knights on the board, but Cosette Morch stopped everything that came her way.
Yes, she did. In the second half, Peachtree Ridge is on the attack, and this time it's Lauren Scored with a big save.
Morrell with another shot on goal here, but once again, Morch with a save, and we are still knotted up at 0. With the game still tied, Hannah Andrews does her best to put the Knights on the board, but Morch comes up with another stop.
The ball is now going on the other way, and with time winding down, Courtney Miller takes the shot on Peachtree Ridge's last opportunity.
All right, on the other end, there is good ball movement by Centennial, but they can't get the shot they are looking for, and so now we go on to penalty kicks. With Peachtree Ridge's first kick, Elena Dickin knocks it in, and Becca Nizak goes wide left. Peachtree Ridge leads 1-0.
Katie Fitton and Paige McKay both put their shots in. Peachtree Ridge up 2-1.
All right, Lauren Scorb comes up with a big save here on the Graham Green attempt, and Jenna Moore sends her shot to the back of the net, and we are tied up at 2. Jordan Massell and Allison Morgan swap goals to make it 3-3, and with each team converting on their goals, it is 4-4 in sudden death. With the game on the line, Katie Lippett knocks it in and is now all up to Cassette Morch to make one more save. With Josie Watson on the attempt, Morch guesses right, knocks it down, and that is your ball game. Peachtree Ridge wins 5-4. Now, Wade, our next question, what can the Lady Knights take away from this game?
I think playing a tight defensive battle will really help them in the future, especially moving into the playoffs. When they do make the playoffs, they're going to see a lot of games like this kind. I think the shootout experience is always important for them, and this will help them down the road as they move into the playoffs.
All right, the Centennial boys squad has proven to be one of the top teams in the state and a definite title contender. But would they let their guard down against a pesky Peachtree Ridge side? Let's kick it off with Peachtree Ridge on the attack. Kevin Zuluga battles to make a cross inside of Jeremy Rector. The ball is deflected to Marcus Reese, who takes the quick hitter but is denied by keeper Matt Cellini. Centennial would come back with a long downfield pass. MK Sabanda catches up to an open field, but keeper Daryl Sack and taps the ball into the back of the net. Centennial leads early 1-0.
Amin Al-Shami drives the ball right into Daryl Sack. Sack gets the deflection. The ball is kicked away by Valenzuela.
More great defense from Peachtree Ridge. Mason Herndon uses his body against Michael Valenzuela, but Valenzuela would come all the way around to play the stop the second attempt from diving the header. The Peachtree Ridge defense kept this game close the whole way. Late in the first half, Centennial's Bruno Dos Santos lobs the chip pass and finds freshman Sebastian Guzman. Guzman splits the defenders, but Kevin Zaluga comes from the backside to deflect the ball out of harm's way.
One more attempt for Centennial. A long inbound throws Connor Davis in great position, but Daryl Sack makes the diving save.
Second half action, Ryan Fitton finds Jeremy Rector, who then finds Juan Herrera. Herrera puts it right back into Rector, and Rector gives it and just mishits the shot right into the waiting arms of Matt Solani. Centennial back on the attack. The deep lob from Dylan Liu sets up a one-on-one with MK Sabanda. Sabanda keeps a great balance to put the one-timer past Daryl Sack, but all for naught as Sabanda is called for offsides.
And now the big one-timer from Connor Davis to make up for that offsides, 2-0 Centennial.
After the late first goal, Peachtree Ridge would have one final chance to tie it up. Lucas Raposa makes a great pass to Jungham Nam. Nam can't capitalize, and Centennial would go on to win 2-1. All right, the final score was close, but the play on the field told a completely different story.
You're right. The Knights really did control the game. They did a great job of dominating the possession and just limiting Ridge's chances to score.
Okay, time now to preview some of the matches taking place this week, and we start with a good one as Milton boys and girls go on the road to face East Coweta.
Milton at East Coweta. Coming up Friday, Lady Indians are 13-1, ranked 8th in 5A, giving up only 4 goals all season, 3 in a loss to McIntosh alone. Boys team's 13-1, ranked 5th in 5A. They have 8 shutouts on the year, and they are very tough defensively, and they will be tough in this game as well.
All right, what about Roswell at Northview?
Coming up Friday as well, Roswell at Northview. Must win for the Roswell boys if they want to have any chance of making the playoffs. Northview boys trying to keep pace for a shot at the number 2 seed. Roswell girls are looking for their first region win after a tough season. Northview looking to keep their Region 6 title hopes alive with the win in this game.
All right, and Sequoia versus that very pesky Johns Creek team.
Very pesky indeed. Lady Gladiators 4th in the region, Region 7 4A with a 2-game lead. They clinch a playoff spot with a winner of Sequoia, who sits 6th at 3-9-1 on the year. Also an important game for the boys as they maintain a 1-game lead over South Forsyth. Gladiators lost to South Forsyth, so they would lose in any tie-break situation.
And then Alpharetta at West Forsyth.
Alpharetta at West Forsyth. Crucial game for the girls. They are tied with West Forsyth in the region standings. Centennial is also 2-2, so winner of this game will have advantage for the playoffs. Alpharetta boys are in a must-win to keep playoff chances alive, and West Forsyth is second in the region at 3-1, but just 4-8-1 overall on the season.
All right, it is getting down to crunch time, and there is very little room for error.
Little error indeed, with the exception of Milton, who's playing a non-region game this week. These are all must-wins to keep all playoff hopes alive for teams in North Fulton.
All right, well, that will do it for this week. Catch us back here on Comcast Channel 25 next week for game highlights and features. And be sure to like North Fulton Prep Rally on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to see what's happening on the show. For Wade Smith, I'm Kirk Rogers. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you under the lights.
Grab some wood there, bub.